In this video, we're going to show you how to install a track bar bushing on your Jeep Wrangler located in your front suspension. Loosen and remove the lug nuts here. Once we get these off, remove the wheel, set it aside. Now going through our track bar on the end here is a Torx bit. Now this is a T50 Torx bit. We went ahead and soaked everything down in rust penetrant. There's a tab right here that goes up, and this holds the nut on the back side of our Torx bit bolt. Let's go ahead and see if we can loosen this a little bit. And you can see the tab in the back moving. And once that tab bottoms out, that tab should be locking that bolt in place. Now reach up in the back side here. Let's see if we can grab that nut with that tab. There it is right there. So we just need to work that bolt out the rest of the way. Now at this point here, you want to go ahead and remove this bolt. The track bar itself helps align our axle in place left to right. What's happening here is that our bolt is bound up a little bit because our suspension is dropped and the geometry is off a little bit, so we can't pull this out. What we decided to do is we put a ratchet strap or an anchoring strap here around the axle here, and then we brought it off to the other side. You can anchor it to the frame. In our case, we anchored it to our lift. And what we're going to do is we're going to use our strap to go ahead and pull this axle over. Now you can watch right here, and you're going to watch the track bar line up and our bolt will actually move. And there we have it. We're going to keep that strap still attached. Let's go ahead and drop down our track bar. This is the bushing we want to replace. Now at this point, we're going to use our air chisel, and we're going to work around the perimeter here to kind of compress in the edges here and then drive the bushing out the other side. Now if you have another type of press, maybe a ball joint press or something like that, you might be able to utilize that to press that out. Now on the inside of your track bar here, I'm going to go ahead and run a round file through the inside. You want to go ahead and make sure that there's no burrs or any rust buildup or anything like that on the inside. Now we're not removing metal, we just want to clean it up and make sure that there's no debris inside. Now, just as we cleaned up the opening over here, I want to go ahead and do the same on the other side. The new bushing is going to press in from the back side out. So this is the most critical side here. Make sure that this is clean and that the surface here on the outer edge is going to be clean of defects because that bushing is going to sit flush on the outside of this unit. Now with our track bar cleaned up and ready for installation of the new part, let's go ahead and line this up. And don't forget, it goes into the back side here. Now the tool we're using here is a ball joint press. And even though it's a ball joint press, you can still use it to press in other bushings. Want to make sure that this bushing is going in straight, so you kind of eyeball it here going in. Now we know that the bushing is lined up and it's about halfway in. I'm going to switch over to an air tool and drive this thing home. What we're going to do is we're going to put a cup on the outside here so we can go ahead and finish driving this in the rest of the way. All right, let's go ahead and remove our tool. And our bushing on the other side is fully pressed in, and our bushing is coming out just a little bit on the outside here, just like the original one was. Now I want to go ahead and push this up into place. And just from the years of being compressed, it's a little tight, so we're just going to use a pry bar and just gently, just going to work that bracket out just a little bit so we can go ahead and bump that up into place. We'll go ahead and use our mallet here to tap that up, just like so. We're going to take the bolt and we're going to put some anti-seize compound on that. Go ahead and start to work that into place. Then we have our anchored nut here with our tab. You're going to feed this up inside. And basically what we have to do is hold this, and we're going to drive this in and then use our ratchet to go ahead and get that bolt caught in there. Go ahead and snug that down. Our next step is we want to go ahead and compress our suspension to its natural ride height. You have two options. One, put the wheel on the vehicle, lower it back down on the ground. Second option, use your jack underneath the axle. You're going to raise it up until the vehicle starts to come off of your jack stands. This is going to compress our suspension and put the vehicle in its neutral ride height. At this point here, we can now go ahead and torque down this bolt. Torque down the bolt to 55 foot-pounds. We're going to go ahead and lower our jack. If you had already put your wheel on and lowered the vehicle to the ground, that's fine. Remove this. Last thing we want to do is go ahead and remove our strap. To wrap up this job, you want to go ahead and bring the vehicle down to a local alignment shop, get alignment performed on the vehicle, and after that, you're all set. Install your wheel. I want to go ahead and torque these down to 100 foot-pounds.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.